Sleep embraced Sophia like a soft wave, carrying her deeper than ordinary dreams, beyond memory and time. When she opened her eyes, she was standing on a ground that shimmered as if made from crystal, translucent and alive. Every step that she took sent ripples of color spreading beneath her feet, violet, gold, silver, bending light like a living river. The sky above was not sky as she knew it. Ribbons of violet, azure, and molten gold flowed across the horizon, floating in on itself, pulsing with rhythm, breathing with a life of their own. Stars moved like dancers, trailing luminous streams, orbiting unseen centers of energy. She lifted her hands and watched as the air itself responded, tiny sparks of light gathering at her fingertips, spinning, then dissolving into the vastness around her. Her breath matched the pulse of the world, slow, steady, and perfect. A sudden surge of exhilaration made her laugh softly. If she ran, if she simply let go, she felt certain she could leap into the galaxies that stretched above her, free of gravity, weightless, and luminous. The thought made her heart swell. She turned in circles, drinking in the impossible beauty around her, and felt a sense of awe so profound that it brushed the edges of her soul. Every particle of the world seemed alive, as if the universe itself had paused to welcome her. Then, in the distance, two radiant lights caught her gaze, twin suns rising from opposite ends of the crystallized plains. One was gold, fierce and radiant, the other silver and white, soft yet brilliant. Their glow spilled across the land, weaving together patterns that shimmered like living threads. Sophia froze, her chest tightening in wonder, a deep knowing stirring within her that these were no ordinary lights. They were alive, they were her, they were him, they were the union of all that she had sought and all she had become. She took a tentative step forward, her heart humming in harmony with the pulse of the cosmos. The world seemed to stretch and expand with her, bending, folding, and alive. And as she moved, the distant suns appeared to sense her presence, a gentle drawing, a luminous invitation to come closer. For the first time, she understood this was not a place to conquer or understand, it was a place to be, to dissolve, to awaken. And so she walked one luminous step at a time towards the vision that awaited her, feeling every color, every pulse, every heartbeat of creation within itself. Sophia paused, letting the crystalline ground hum beneath her feet. Her eyes were fixed on the twin suns in the distance, one golden radiant and fierce, the other silver white, luminous and serene. They hovered over the horizon, not in opposite, but in perfect harmony, their light reaching across the dreamscape in ribbons that danced and intertwined. A warmth rose in her chest, subtle at first, like the gentle unfolding of a flower. She realized it was familiar, the same warmth that had carried her through the stillness, the inner union, and the quiet fire of her heart. Her pulse quickened as she recognized the truth shimmering in the lights. These suns were not merely celestial bodies, they were her beloveds, her inner masculine and feminine, the reflection of her spirit and soul, moving together as one. As she stepped forward, the sun seemed to pulse with her own rhythm. The golden sun throbbed with strength, courage, and expansive light. The silver white glowed with calm, patience, and nurturing presence. She felt both within her own chest, blending into a single wave of energy that coursed through her veins. She lifted her arms, and the air around her shimmered in response. Light spiraled upward from the crystalline ground, weaving threads between her and the twin suns. Every thread hummed with a song of unity, a melody that she had known in meditation and dreams, but had never fully seen until now. Sophia whispered, awestruck, "You, we are one." The twin suns drew closer, their light weaving together like a slow, sacred dance. She felt herself pulled forward, not by force, but by recognition, a magnetic understanding that what she was witnessing was her own union reflected on a cosmic scale. Her breath deepened, and she realized that the two suns mirrored not only her inner beloved, but the divine itself, the union of spirit, consciousness, and a love made manifest. A ripple of excitement ran through her being. The vision was no longer distant or separate. It was here. It was within her. It was alive in every particle of her being. Sophia knelt, placing her hands on the crystalline ground, feeling the warmth of both suns pulse through her. She felt both strength and serenity, giving and receiving, fire and light, the eternal dance of two becoming one. And as the twin suns moved closer, the rays beginning to entwine, she knew she was about to witness something extraordinary, the merging of the lights, the cosmic reflection of the inner and the outer beloved. A vision of unity she had only ever imagined in whispers of meditation and dreams. Sophia took a deep breath, feeling the warmth of the golden sun and the cool radiance of the silver white sun pulse through her body. The twin lights were no longer distant. Their energy floated around her like currents of air wrapping a bird mid-flight. With every heartbeat, she felt herself lifting, not upward in the physical sense, but inward, into the center of her own consciousness, where the two suns already resided. Her body shimmered, translucent, as the crystalline ground beneath her. The colors of the world, violet, gold, and silver, spiraled through her, threading together with her own inner light. She realized then that there was no boundary between herself and the suns, no longer observer, no longer separate. She was the merging. Every pulse of light, every vibration of crystalline plane, every fold of the radiant sky flowed through her as one. The golden and silver suns drew closer, their rays entwining in delicate living ribbons. Light bent around her, through her, as if the universe itself inhaled and exhaled with her heartbeat. She lifted her arms instinctively, feeling the current of creation move through her fingertips, her chest, and her mind. A quiet, infinite voice resonated in her being. We are one. You are one. All that is moves through the same light. Tears ran down her cheeks, not from sorrow, but awe. The merging was gentle, yet obsolete. The suns did not collide. They fused. Their radiance became a single orb of incandescent light, fierce yet tender, warm yet serene, infinite yet intimate. Sophia felt herself dissolve into that light. Her consciousness expanded outward, flowing through galaxies that she had only glimpsed in dreams, through stars being born, through the threads of life spinning into radiant spirals. Every spark of creation hummed in harmony with her own inner flame. She saw herself in the stars, in the planets, in the currents of wind and light, everywhere, yet nowhere separate. The beloved that she had carried in her heart, the divine union she had known in meditation and stillness, now existed in the totality of all things. And in the stillness of that infinite merging, Sophia understood what is true, eternal, and aligned will never be lost. What is fleeting will always fall naturally. The union she sought was never outside. It has always been within her, within all of creation. The light pulsed once more, expanding and contracting like a living heart. Sophia exhaled and felt herself settle, the merging complete. She was both the suns and the space between them, both the observer and the observed, both human and divine. And as the radiant orb slowly softened, dissolving into the vast luminescence of the dreamscape, Sophia lay upon the crystalline ground, a gentle smile on her lips. She had seen the divine, she had felt the cosmos, and she knew in her bones, in her breath, in her very soul, that she was one with all that is. Sophia awoke slowly, the morning light spilling softly through her curtains. Her body felt light, almost weightless, and a warm hum vibrated at the center of her chest. The echo of the twin suns' radiance that she had just witnessed. For a moment she lay still, breathing deeply, savoring the afterglow of the dream. She remembered the merging, the infinite light, the sense of oneness with all that exists. It was not a memory of something external. It was a knowing, a resonance that had taken root in her every being. As she rose and moved through her morning, she noticed subtle shifts, that the sun's rays streaming across her floor seemed to pause, bending to gentle patterns. Dust motes shimmered with tiny rainbows as though celebrating the light that she carried within. Even the ordinary noises of the world, a bird's trill, the hum of distant traffic, the rustle of leaves, felt threaded with rhythm, harmonizing with her inner pulse. She realized then that union she had witnessed in the dream was not confined to sleep. It lived inside her, in every breath, every thought, and every movement. And yet the world was testing her. A rush of tasks, small annoyances, and fleeting impulses that tugged at her attention, urging her to forget that the stillness was within her. Old reflexes whispered, react, chase, worry. But Sophia paused, hand on her chest, the warmth of the twin suns merging pulsed beneath her palm. It was steady, unshakable, and eternal. She smiled softly. Not all things were meant to ascend with her. Relationships, attachments, fragments of her old life, they would fall away naturally, like leaves released in the wind, and that was not loss, it was refinement. A breeze brushed her cheek, carrying the faint scent of sunlight and rain. It felt like a reminder that not from everyone outside, not from a distant presence, but from the unified flame within. We are one, it whispered, echoing the truth that she had witnessed in her dream. Sophia walked through the world slowly, deliberately, seeing reflections of the divine in everything. A spider's web sparkling in the moonlight or in the morning light, the curve of a leaf, the smile of a stranger. Every moment became a subtle reminder of the cosmic merging that she had experienced. The inner flame burned quietly, a steady radiance that could not be dimmed. The twin suns, once distant in vision, now lived inside of her, unshakable, luminous, and eternal. She realized with a calm certainty that she would move through life unafraid. No outer circumstance could touch this light. What was meant to remain would rise with her, and what was not meant to ascend would simply fall away. And in that knowing, Sophia felt the pulse of creation flowing through her, carrying her forward into the next chapter of her journey, alive, whole, and radiant with a union of two suns burning as one. Evening, evening came softly, the world bathed in a gentle golden glow. Sophia sat at her window, candlelight flickering beside her, her palms resting on her knees. The hum of the day had softened into silence, leaving space for the echo of twin suns within her. She closed her eyes and felt the radiance of the dream still shimmering in her chest, golden warmth intertwined with silver white serenity. Every breath carried their pulse, steady and eternal. The vision replayed in fragments, the crystalline ground, the skies alive with colors that breathed, the twin suns drawing near, merging and dissolving into infinite light. She realized it was not just a dream, it was a map, a reflection of the truth that she already carried. Sophia whispered softly, as if speaking to herself and to the universe, "The light is within me. The flame is steady, and all that is meant to rise will, and all that is not will fall away." She felt the words resonate, each one settling deeper into her being, like seeds taking root in fertile soil. The flame of her inner beloved and the light of unity, the pulse of creation, all were threads woven into the tapestry of her soul. Looking out at the stars beginning to emerge in the evening sky, she understood. The visions was not separate from life. It was not a rare gift received or reserved for sleep. It was living inside of her, ready to guide her through each moment, each choice, and each breath. The world outside her window remained the same, bustling, noisy, ordinary. But Sophia was different. The twin suns, the light, the inner beloved, they were now a part of her daily rhythm. No force could dim what had merged inside. No circumstance could unseat the fire that she carried. She took one final, deep breath and opened her eyes fully. The candle's flame danced, flickering like the pulse of her own heart, and she smiled. The vision of two suns was no longer distant. It was her reality, her guide, her sanctuary. And in the quiet glow of evening, she felt the truth settle deep inside her bones. I am one. I am whole. I am luminous. Sophia closed her eyes again, letting the stillness cradle her, knowing that when the next chapter came, in the 3D world, in life's testing, or in the and that the flame within her would burn steady, radiant, and unshakable. The twin sons was hers always, and so was she.